One of the best first buys you can make in the game is an Argo? Okay, hang in there and hear me out for a minute. So, as I'm going through doing my roundup, B-roll, collecting comparisons of all these ships, one of the things that I've had on my radar for a long time that I've wanted to cover and just haven't gotten around to is actually the Argo Raft. So this bad boy hauls 96 SCU of cargo, and it has one of the fastest delivery claim timers in the game. For a ship that can hold an XL1 drive. So it has the fastest, longest range drive in the game. It carries 96 cargo, and it also is relatively easy to get in and out of and to utilize. The downside here is it costs $125 standalone or $110 on war bond. So it's not cheap, though 110 sets it equal to the Freelancer, which is my current dad professional gamer recommendation. Okay, so note that like the cargo all kind of sits out. It's external to the ship, and you can kind of grab it and tractor beam it and do your stuff with it. You can auto load up on there as well. You got these giant landing gear struts. You got a little elevator here. A1 access point. Is there like a B1 or an A2 access point? Then why not just call it access point? I don't know. It's art. Alright, so you got a lower deck, a top deck, and an exit ship. We're just going to start off the tour with the lower deck. Well, part of me wonders if maybe we should have started with the top deck to turn on the lights. It's more fun to wander around in the dark. Anybody who tells you otherwise is just messing with your brain. Alright, opening doors. You got airlock here on the side. This will allow you to dock with a ship with a similar standard size airlock. So biggest downside of this ship, so bridge is right here on lower level. I forgot that was on lower level, not the higher level. We're gonna come in pilot seat. We're just gonna power everything on. We've got like very Argo screens here. Cycle weapon target. So here's the thing. You don't have any weapons. So not much to cycle there. We got power up. Now, you do have a co-pilot. There is a remote turret for a second plane. I needed 2 M5As, so I would probably change them so they're not cannons, but I mean, you have them, so that's cool. Probably power on your turret before, but oh, there we go. Light ready. We're already.
Weapons on.
There we go. Now your weapons are on. Right. For some reason, Fort Trustor is letting you shoot. So cannons don't make the most sense to me, but hey, you know, you're using them. Good sightlines on these. So you do have some defensive capabilities. Not as the pilot. The pilot is just going to fly you around. But you do technically have a way of defending yourself. Airlock. Alright, we're going to keep continuing back. Kind of your habitation area. You got like your little, I don't know, hot and cold dispensers. I have no idea. 2 beds. You can bed log in this thing. Then you've got your 1H. I don't know what these are about. Maybe you have the 2 different crews have alternate types of gear depending on what kind of job you've taken on. I don't know. Preferred temperature. Pretty cool shower they got going on here though. This makes you think that like there's another one through here, but I think it's just the mirror. But the mirror thinks it's showing the other side? I don't It's like you look through here and it's as if it's looking back at you, but it's supposed to be on that side. Anyway, that's a little trippy. We're gonna just go up. Weapons racks, places for armor. So you got some decent creature comforts in this ship, more than you get on the Freelancer in terms of how it's laid out and the special feelings that it gives you. You've also got your support station here, where you're going to be able to command and control. Come on. Your cargo, redirect your power.
Systems on.
But you don't get a tractor beam or anything on this one. I think if it had a tractor beam, it would be more appealing. Anyway, you're still waiting for me to tell you when the joke is up here, right? So the joke is that you're not actually buying this ship to buy this ship. You're buying this ship so that you get the fastest claim timer on the fastest ship in one of the faster ships in the moves, right? So it has an XL1 fastest drive that you can utilize and jump anywhere around the solar system, no problems. But the bigger thing, the number one reason I'm recommending this ship as a starter ship for you dads out there, is this right here. Your loaner is the F7C Hornet. You do get 2 cargo on this, and we'll be reviewing it when I do a full rundown of all of the Hornets. But the Hornet is better than the Arrow as a ship, unless you're doing pure PvP, depending on the patch. I will say you get 2 size 3s, and then you get several different missile racks as well. You get 4 size 2s and 4 size 1s. Okay, there have been a lot of changes to the Hornet since I first recorded that video. This is Gun Gaming from the Future, and I just want to go over a few things. First off, you're only seeing 2 size 3s because they don't come stock here. I have this loaded up with attritions to compare to a Buccaneer because I'm currently testing attritions. Actually really kind of liking them just for burst DPS. If you're just entering into a fight, especially if you're doing like illegal contract kill missions, which I'm working on right now, they're really fast, good for killing really mobile targets because they're faster. Like the projectile speed is much faster than if you're using, so you can just look on here, projectile speed is 1000 compared to, now looking at burst DPS, oh, I guess it's actually the same as M5As. You know what, forget it, just take the laser cannons. Just kidding. No, the big difference is the fire rate. So you're getting a fire rate of 350 versus 100. So you're just going to like laser out those hits. The burst DPS is going to be the same, but your alpha is only 145. So you're basically splitting 3.5 shots across 1, which just helps you feel like cone of fire and kind of work it that way. I will say that your like sustained is going to be a little lower than when you do M5A, just because of how much damage it kicks out and how long it takes it to refill the mag. So this isn't necessarily a recommendation, it's just what I was doing to compare apples to apples. So these two don't come with anything on it. You do have to take the 163 F-ball turret. Why is that? But the 163 gives you size 3s instead of size 2s. Well, my friend, you can't buy the 163 because, I don't know, things. Now, could you kill an F7A and rip it off of its corpse? Absolutely, you should be able to do that as long as everything's working correctly in game. But I will say you're still getting the same. We're going to go for, you're getting a 341 here on missiles, and that doesn't make sense to me. You should be able to swap this to a size 3, 314 or whatever. But anyway, you can just go for all 341s. I just like having all the same. So if I did like all marksmans, you're going to get 16 marksmans, which is going to be 18,000 damage instead of only 14,000 damage. So the F7A is the much better ship. That's not what you're getting with the Raft. These have been phased out regardless, so you're not going to be able to pick up a Mark 1 anyway, which makes it an even better prospect in my opinion. But the F7C Mark II is going to let you put on that 160F. Oh, the other thing you're going to notice, these are size 4s instead of just size 3s. So your DPS here is 946 versus 876. Sustained, burst, 5300. So when you come to do an F7C, man, having to do this is just,
absolutely nuts. So let's take off these revenants. We're going to go for attrition 4s. Attrition 4. And then just comparing with the Buccaneer, you're looking at Stained 876, 946, 918, 878. And then the F7A Hornet is going to be the same as the other one. Basically, you're just swapping this. Oh, this is just like, why do I have to even explain this? Why do they have to make this so complicated? You're just changing that to the C5 173F, which is going to give you those attrition 3s. 4s. Which is why this is going to show you that, oh, the 7A Mark II nose turret is 3s. Oh my gosh. So you're getting 960 instead of 946 because this goes up to a size 3. And this is just stupid. Like, honestly, I don't understand why they have to make it so hard. Like, why? Why is it this way? Why? And just so people can see the in-game prices currently, we have the F7C Mark I currently for about 3 million credits in-game, the Ghost, the Super Hornet, and those are the 3 that you can buy. You can also buy the Hornet Wildfire. You cannot buy the F7A in-game. I don't know why. Okay, on further digging, this is how you get the F7A. The Hornet is cutting edge, originally only available to the military, currently used by UEE. It is now available through the Overdrive Initiative, which I tried to do so many times. If you guys watched me on stream, it was bugged. I made it through 2 of them, but never actually finished it. The Overdrive Initiative event is now in the game, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I think just you either did it or you didn't, and it's now difficult to get, and you had to buy it. It just is why do we need this to be this complicated? I don't know. It's a little bit more DPS. You get a different, you get the higher level of power plant, which is worth 3 of the lower ones, which the other one only has 2. It's just so complicated. Please, can we please not do this? Thank you.
So, there you go. That's your Hornet. Pretty easy to get around in this ship. Basically here, you're just buying an XL1 drive carrier that can be claimed the fastest. It can also haul goods. I mean, it does do that. It does have 96 cargo space, so you're just going to haul 180. It does a good job. Pretty cool what they've done for you here. This is a big ship, right? It's by no means small. And that, I do think that the hatch right there is one of the worst located places for it. You're gonna power on engines. You see those slide down. We go into VTOL mode here. So right now they're kind of propelling us forward, but let's go ahead and hit VTOL. We're gonna go, just go ahead and give this a little bit of juice. Oh, you gotta love those Argo struts. We're gonna, no, do not auto land. Wrap those up. And now you've moved into a more, it makes sense kind of freighter. Push out. Now, it's not the most maneuverable thing in the world. It does feel very similar to a freelancer. But it's cool to look at. And if this is cargo shipping is something that is on your list of things you want to try to do, you don't want to quite commit to a whole A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, then this might be for you. The biggest thing I'm going to complain about here, though, just so we're all clear with each other, is holy balls. Why does everything always have to be red with Argo and with aliens? No, I don't. Just gonna pop this out. Check it out if you want to. And it looks pretty cool. Just gonna drop out. in Dead Space. Whew. Anyway, hang around on the channel if you want to see my review of the Hornet series, what you're getting out of the F7C specifically, why it might be a good option for you, and why you might want to just stick with the freelancer hero combo. Until next time, though, good luck out there. Have some fun. Keep gaming. Something so soothing and calming about the high seas of pirating if you're into that stuff. Do something different. It sounds. Bye for now.